after a tsunami hits Hong Kong, a lady named Asha is left with no option but to live in a wrecked building. As she wakes up, she starts her day by going around the house to pick up some supplies she'll be using that morning. Most of the supplies appear to have been well hidden, and as Asha walks around the house, she stays silent and avoids making any sounds. She also goes to the top of the building to get some air. While she's there, she mistakenly turns on her radio without putting on her headset, but she quickly turns it off so that no one can hear her. It appears that in the aftermath of the tsunami, scavengers are now on the hunt for supplies, and they don't mind killing people to get it. As she then listens to the radio, she tunes into a station where a man announces that there's a secure location for survivors to meet up. Asha tunes away because she thinks it's a trap, and she eventually listens to some music. Later that day, after returning inside, she uses her binoculars to look at her surroundings. She sees a few people still in the building opposite her, and there also happens to be a box floating inside the water. With a rope and hook, Asha is able to drag the box slowly towards herself. However, the box suddenly gets stuck, and as she struggles to drag it, it appears that there's a shark in the water trying to hold onto the box. Despite this, Asha continues to drag the box with all her strength until she grabs it. However, when she checks inside the box, she finds nothing tangible except a bottle of wine. As she then goes back up, she realizes that she got injured while struggling to drag the box. After bandaging her injured arm, Asha continues to go about her normal day without making a sound. The next day, though, she hears screams from the building opposite her, and as she checks it, she sees that the scavengers are already beating up the people there to get their food. While looking around from the top of her building, she gets spotted by one of the scavengers. Even though she initially thinks he didn't see her, she suddenly has to run when she sees the scavengers heading for the building. She immediately hides all her things, after which she heads to her secret hiding spot, which is behind a wardrobe. Shortly after, the scavengers enter the building and start looking for her. They also check to see if they can find any supplies, but Asha has already kept everything well hidden. After a while, they get tired of searching the house and complain about wasting their time on a false alarm. Before they head out, one of them almost finds Asha, but he eventually gives up. Asha is relieved by this, but as the scavengers are heading out, a small boy with them shoots his gun, and this gets her scared from her hiding spot. The boy only appears to be playing with his gun, and after a while, he and his crew eventually head out. Much later, Asha comes out of hiding and checks around to confirm that the scavengers didn't take anything. After checking around, Asha sits back to relax, and she remembers a point in her past when she was having lunch with her half-sister. She also has nightmares where she sees many people drowning. Later that night, while she's preparing what to eat, someone appears to walk behind her, but she's not aware. It then turns out to be a small girl who moves around sneakily to avoid being seen by Asha. That night, as Asha is about to sleep, she hears the small girl coughing and immediately checks around, but doesn't find anyone. Shortly after, when Asha goes to wash her face, the little girl tries to steal the soap, so she gets caught. Just as Asha is about to grab her, the girl, Emma, punches her and runs away. Emma then goes around the house and finds some of Asha's hiding spots for her supplies. After taking a few things, she walks up to a door at the end of the hallway, but she's unable to go in because the doorknob is broken. The next day, Asha notices that some of her supplies are missing, so she angrily walks around to find Emma. However, when she sees Emma, the little girl is already sleeping on a couch. This then triggers a memory where Asha is shopping with her best friend for a birthday gift meant for her half-sister. Asha picks a denim jacket and says it's the perfect gift because her sister is always wearing her own. After she leaves the store, Asha and her best friend start to talk about an upcoming party. When Asha says she's still not sure what to tell her parents, her best friend advises her to consider moving out since she has enough money. Just as they keep talking, Asha's mom calls her to come home, and Asha complains to her friend that she's tired of being told what to do. Back in the present day, Asha starts cooking something to eat, and while she's at it, she considers cooking for Emma too. However, she keeps deciding against it. Meanwhile, Emma walks around the house and finds where Asha stashes her family pictures. As she looks at them, Asha sees her, but before she can do anything, Emma leaves the pictures and runs away. Later that day, Asha decides to prepare something for Emma, and when she's done, she serves it. But the little girl seems to be more interested in something else. This triggers yet another memory on Asha's sister's birthday, where Asha disagrees with her parents for giving a special necklace to her sister instead of her. Back to the present, Emma picks up her food as soon as Asha leaves the room. The next day, Asha wakes up to see that Emma has returned everything she took earlier. Asha then prepares a meal for Emma and also gets her a bed. That night, Emma starts crying in her bed, and this wakes Asha up. Asha understands how difficult it must be for Emma to cope without her family, and she consoles the girl. She also mentions that she used to cry when she lost her family too. However, Emma says she'll leave one day to look for them. The next day, as they both head to the top of the building, Emma makes the mistake of removing the tape on the door, so it gets shut. Asha is annoyed by this because she has always kept the tape there to keep the door from getting shut. As she wonders what she'll do next, Emma manages to pick the lock and open the door. Asha is shocked by this, but this doesn't stop her from warning Emma to stop touching things around. She eventually commends Emma on how she picked the lock, and the little girl says her mom taught her. Later that day, while preparing lunch, Asha notices that the special necklace she's always wearing is missing. As she's about to ask Emma about it, she sees some scavengers in the next building. She then goes to find Emma to make sure she's silent. Together, they then watch as the scavengers steal some supplies. That night, Emma asks Asha what she plans to do if the scavengers get to their building. Asha says she has a secret hiding spot and that there's nothing to be worried about. She then asks if Emma is no longer leaving, but the little girl says she still has plans to leave and that Asha can come with her. However, Asha says she's not leaving because she's already at home. She also adds that there's nothing outside the city. Shortly after, she asks if Emma took her necklace, but the little girl doesn't like the accusation, so she walks away. Asha eventually says sorry to Emma, but the little girl doesn't seem to care. The next day, Asha notices that the water in her storage tank is no longer there. As she goes inside, she's then surprised to see Emma using the water to clean the floor. Emma asks if it's okay to do it, and this triggers a memory where Asha argues with her mom about doing house chores. The next day, while they're walking around the house, Emma asks Asha about the room down the hallway. Asha then tells her that the room is locked because it stinks and that Emma shouldn't go there. After saying this, Asha remembers when she first saw reports about a potential disaster. While she watches the TV, though, her mom turns it off and tells her to come over to have dinner. As they're eating, Asha's father mentions that they'll have to go to an upcoming festival as a family. Asha then says she won't be around because she has something to do at work. As she tries to explain her situation, her sister asks if she's still going to a party with her best friend. Asha immediately gets her to shut up, after which she denies that her real intention is to go to a party. Despite this, her mom insists that she'll go to the festival because she's part of the family. Asha doesn't like this, and this leads to yet another argument where she decides it's time to get a place for herself. While her dad tries to calm the situation, Asha's mom says she can leave. Asha's half-sister also begs Asha to wait, but her mind seems already made up. As she heads out, her sister follows her and tries to convince her to return home. However, Asha has had enough and doesn't plan to return home. She sees her sister wearing her jacket, so she takes it from her and says she has to leave. After a while, though, Asha eventually agrees to return home the next day, and her sister offers to help her get a cab to leave that night. After they don't get a cab for a while, Asha decides to head to a different spot. While walking there, her sister mentions that she put something in Asha's jacket. Suddenly, someone bumps into them, and as Asha looks back, she sees that there's already a tsunami heading for them. She holds her sister, and they both run away. They eventually run inside a building to hide at the top. But on their way, Asha's sister injures her ankle. This slows her down, but Asha doesn't know because she thinks her sister is still right behind her. A huge crowd soon enters the building and keeps Asha's sister from moving further. Meanwhile, Asha makes it to the top of the building, but as she looks back, she realizes that her sister is not there. It then appears that Asha's sister and the other people in the building have been killed by the tsunami. Asha is left devastated by this, and as she cries, she sees the necklace her sister secretly kept in her jacket. Back in the present, Emma tunes the radio to a station where she hears a man announcing the location of a safe place for survivors. Emma runs to meet Asha, but she doesn't seem moved. She says it's likely a trap and that if they make the mistake of leaving, they won't be able to return. As Emma insists, Asha sounds very harsh as she says they can't leave. She soon regrets this, so she goes to say sorry to Emma. Asha tells her that it's very dangerous outside and that she might not survive. However, Emma shows her a flare gun, saying she'll use it to protect herself. Asha hurriedly takes it from her because if she mistakenly fires it, the scavengers could find them. Emma says Asha is just scared of finding help, but she says she has tried to get help before and it didn't end well. She then tells Emma that they need to stay put. The next day, rain falls in the city, and this makes Asha and Emma really happy. They work together in storing the water, and after a while, Emma also helps with other things around the house. In the process, she finds Asha's missing necklace and realizes that she could be blamed for taking it. Much later, while they're together, Emma asks Asha about the necklace, but she says she no longer needs it. After a while, Asha sees a picture of herself and her sister lying around. As she admires it, Emma asks about it, and Asha says the other girl is her sister. Emma then asks why Asha doesn't talk much about her family. She says they're all gone, and as Emma says it's the same for her, Asha tells her that they now have each other. That night, as she goes to bed, Asha sees her necklace under her headrest. She also realizes that it fell from her neck and that Asha didn't steal it before. In the morning, Asha starts making a big raft for her and Emma. After she's through, she shows it to Emma, and this gets her excited because she and Asha are now on the same page about leaving. That night, Asha also gives her necklace to Emma, saying she wants the little girl to keep it safe for her. The next day, while they're moving around the house, the radio falls from Emma's hands, and this causes the headset to get disconnected. Asha then quickly helps her to stop the radio's sound. After this, Asha looks worried that the scavengers might have heard it, so she postpones their trip out of the city. Emma is unhappy about this, but after a while, Asha changes her mind and tells her they'll leave soon. While they're packing their things, one of the scavengers spots Emma inside the house. She immediately runs away to meet Asha, and together they hide most of their things. Shortly after, Asha tells Emma to hide in her secret spot while she looks for a different place. Emma doesn't like this because she thinks Asha will leave her. However, Asha promises that she'll come back for Emma. She adds that she'll be hiding in the stinking room. Just then, Asha makes her way into the room, which happens to have dead bodies inside. The scavengers soon enter the building, and this time around, they're lucky to find some supplies. They also scatter the house and destroy Asha's raft. After a while, one of the scavengers enters the stinking room, but he's left disgusted by the dead bodies inside, so he leaves. Meanwhile, Emma's hiding spot is found and it gets announced to the others. Asha hears this and looks really scared for Emma. As she's contemplating what to do next, Asha hears the men asking Emma about her. Before she can understand what's happening, the scavengers enter the stinking room, and this time they find her. After beating her up, they ask Emma for where the major supplies are hidden. Asha tries to stop her from saying anything, but she gets knocked out. Just then, Emma shows them all the hiding spots in the house, and they retrieve all the supplies. After they're through, they decide to head out with Emma and Asha as hostages. When Asha wakes up, she sees Emma already inside their boat. As she's then about to be dragged out, she sees the flare gun and starts thinking about how to escape. She tries to reach for the gun, but the scavenger assigned to her drags her back. She's, however, able to eventually get the flare gun, which she uses to kill the man. All the other scavengers in the boat realize that something is happening, so they go back in to find Asha, with only one person staying back with Emma. Asha manages to kill all the scavengers that come in, except the little boy with a gun, who gets locked at the top of the building. When the boy begs for her to free him, she decides to open the door, but as he starts shooting, she runs away and leaves him there. She then heads down and tries to find a way to get rid of the last scavenger, who is with Emma. As she's thinking of her next move, Emma sees her and decides to help. She pushes the scavenger inside the water, but she also falls in. The scavenger eventually tries to swim out, but before he can do anything, he gets killed by the shark in the water. Asha then saves Emma, after which they climb onto the scavenger's boat. As they enter, Asha immediately tries to steer the boat away. Emma also asks Asha why she still saved her despite giving the scavengers all the information they needed. Asha says she understands what happened and that she knows it's hard to make good choices with only bad options. They eventually sleep for the night, and in the morning they look happy to see that the scavengers have a lot of supplies that can last them for a while. Just then, Asha starts moving the boat toward the direction of the safe location announced by the man on the radio, as she and Emma now look relieved.